They are undefeated on the year. They're 22-0. They came out of the Frontier League, and 52-35 yesterday. They took care of the Eudora Cardinals.
Yeah, and I like to kind of think is, and no disrespect to Piper at all, but when you get a team like Piper and you get a team like Bishop Miege, and we're not putting Piper already in the win, but talking about them being the number one seed, it's kind of hard to put anyone above the other when you have two undefeated teams. So I like to call them 1A and 1B, whoever you want to put on the side. But as for Nickerson, as you said, they just pulled the upset over Abilene. They've got the ball rolling. And if people remember, back in the day, Salina Central being a deep seed, came all the way from the bottom. They had to go on the road to continuously go on the road to come up with a state title a bunch of years ago. And I just remember that because I was going to school at the time there. But at the same time, you get a team that gets on a roll and, you get people keep telling them, you can't do it, can't do it. Next thing you know, you're coming up with a state title. So by no means count Nickerson out of this.
Well, and Nickerson, the thing that stands out to me about them is they don't have a single girl on their team over 5'9". No, everyone's between 5'4" and 5'8" pretty much, and they have one girl who's 5'9". So there's not a lot of size there for the Nickerson Lady Panthers. Now you look at the Lady Pirates and what they've got going. They've got a couple girls 5'11", 6 foot. They've got some size. They've got some tenacity. They are going to be very heavily favored, and they should be. I mean, let's be honest. They are the number one seed for a reason. They're 22-0 on the season. Head coach Shane Stout has really put together a strong team as we get ready to go. The Lady Pirates will be in their home white uniforms, and Nickerson in their royal blues with yellow numbers.
And the Piper student body section that just watched the great game for the Piper guys coming up with a buzzer beater win, they had to move to the other side of the court.
And there is the tip. It's won by Aspen Apfel for Nickerson. And here come the Lady Panthers into front court to start things off. Apfel with it. She's a 5'7" junior for the Lady Panthers. Passes it inside, and here comes Onges trying to get it in and now roll back out. Aspen Apfel just underway here in this second girls semifinal. The winner of this game will get to take on the Lady Stags of Bishop Miege in the state championship. And into the lane, up, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Piper. And here come the Lady Pirates into front court going underneath. And a foul going to be called right away. Driving quickly into the lane, that was Ryan Cobbins, a 6-foot senior for the Lady Pirates. Cobbins rattles out, no good on the first free throw. Just underway here, no score. Second free throw is good, and they are underway on the board. Piper
coming out with a press.
Full court press, pass inside to Briley England, 5'6" senior. Allison Virgil called for the foul. Her first personal. Team first. And up come Nickerson. Lady Panthers with the basketball in front court, passing off to the wing. Thought about driving. Now we'll kick it out here. This is a freshman, Kieran Onges.
We may be getting early on these close fouls. A little bit different style than we saw in the last game with the Piper guys and Wichita Trinity, as this one's kind of a little touch foul away from the ball.
Foul was called there on Grace Baines, 5'7" junior.
Need to kick that out and reset the offense.
And in comes Nickerson into the lane. Hard off the glass, no good. Rebound Piper. And the Lady Pirates go to the floor, but able to get back up and keep control of the basketball. Into front court now is Piper. Vigil with it. She'll pop a three. No good. Rebound to the Lady Panthers of Nickerson. And now trap in backcourt. Piper initiating a full court press, nearly turned it over, but Nickerson's able to keep possession. England will pull up at the elbow, pass it back, and now they'll reset the offense, will the Lady Panthers. Nickerson working the ball around the perimeter, trying to find a way inside. Piper playing a stout man-to-man defense here. Pass underneath, a good look. Catch and lay in by Alexandria Altum. She puts Nickerson on the board, and that is a 2-1 lead now for the Lady Panthers.
Ryan Cobbins over-pursued that defense and made an easy layup on the backside with literally no one in the area code. And then she turns around, takes a shot, trying to get her make up for that mistake.
Foul called after the shot.
And it's going to be on Piper.
Call a push. Foul called on Lakaya Leslie, 6'1" senior. Undecided on where she's going to college, but has a lot of options. It's Lakaya Leslie.
Options are good.
Pass underneath, no good, and the rebound to Piper. Long pass ahead. Driving into the lane is Vasquez, and he's going to say a jump ball.
Wow.
Possession arrow favoring Piper. So the Lady Pirates will keep it. Evelyn Vasquez, a 5'5" sophomore, starting at the point. And 3-ball is good. There is Lakaya Leslie, 6'1" senior, hitting the triple and putting Piper back on top, 4-2. Nickerson, a steal by Leslie, but then she had to get it back right to the Lady Panthers. Down the lane, too strong on the layup, but gets her own rebound. You can't go back. That's junior Madison Onches.
Already 4 team fouls for Piper, 1 for Nickerson. So if you're Nickerson and you're not even 3 minutes, you're basically 3 minutes into the game and you already have 3 more fouls to get.
First free throw good.
And start hitting the free throw line on 1-and-1s. You could get Piper into some foul trouble, and if you get a good streak going to the free throw line, you can find yourself in a good area.
Senia Simmons, the freshman, checks in as Grace Baines has to go out with 2 fouls already. And Leslie dribbles off her foot. It's going to be a turnover. Nickerson will get the ball back. Both free throws were good by Onches.
A little bit of momentum for Nickerson right now.
And here come the Lady Panthers. Full court pressure again. The freshman, Karen Onches, dribbles through it. And now picks up her dribble and passes it away. It's stolen. Back down comes Vasquez all the way in, but it's poked away out of bounds. Good defense there by the junior, Madison Onches.
Gotta love it when sisters work together so well. Actually, we're going to see another pair of sisters, the Gonzalez sisters, for Bishop Miege. And I'll tell you what, pretty stout. You can see why they got so good, just, practicing against each other.
And here comes the inbounds. Piper gets it in. And too strong. Oh, foul called. She was going through the lane. That was Cobbins. Cobbins will go to the line and shoot 2. Foul was called against Carrie Schweizer, 5'7" senior. Her first, team second. First free throw is good. Second free throw also good. Cobbins, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line. And it's a 6-4 Piper lead. Into front court, Nickerson, and a foul going to be called on Leslie. And Lakaya Leslie is going to pick up her second foul. Oh, no, that was the first on Senia Simmons, the 5'1" freshman for Piper. Called for it. I thought it was going to be Leslie, but it was Simmons. And into the lane for Nickerson, and no good. And here come the Lady Pirates. Back up the floor quickly. Into front court. With it is Vasquez. She passes it off.
Little pick and roll.
Pick and roll, nicely executed. Lakaya Leslie, the lay-in. The assist to Allison Vigil. Now Schweizer will bring it up, the senior for the Nickerson Lady Panthers, and she has it stolen away. Another steal there by Vigil, and she's going to try to go coast to coast with it. Lays it up and in. The 5'11 junior, Vigil, her first points of the game, and Piper now expanding the lead a little bit at 10-4 with 3:53 to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds here at 810varsity.com.
Hutchinson Community College has over 70 academic and more than 40 technical programs providing an outstanding education. With small classroom sizes and award-winning instructors, Hutch CC has an active campus life with over 50 student organizations and nationally ranked athletic teams. Hutch CC has many opportunities when it comes to your higher education. Take classes on the main campus in Hutchinson through your outreach centers in Newton or McPherson and online. Earn credits while still in high school. Schedule your visit today or visit hutchcc.edu. Hutchinson Community College, your education destination.
Back to the Tony's Pizza and Events Center here in Salina, Kansas on 810varsity.com's coverage of 4A state basketball. The ladies in action in the second of two semifinals. Piper 10-4 over Nickerson right now, and the Lady Panthers struggling with Piper's press early in this game. Into the lane, pass across, and it's poked away out of bounds, and it will remain with Nickerson. But the Lady Panthers were doing an okay job of breaking that press early, but really it's kind of caught up to them, the constant pressure for Piper.
Well, and they came up early with some nice plays, and you know, as I mentioned, already 5 fouls on Piper, and
there's another steal.
They've really been smart with their
coast to coast off the steal and the lay-in for Sanaya Simmons, the freshman.
8-0 run for Piper. And they are really coming up with that full court trap. And the last thing you want to do when you come up with a trap is put the ball on the court.
And up and a block. A block and a foul called against Nickerson. Karen Anches picks it up. Her first personal, team third foul. Ariana Carter checks into the game for Piper, 6-foot junior. Her first action, and they'll pop a three, and it's good.
Deep.
Allison Vigil puts up the triple and puts it home, and this is now an 11-0 run for the Lady Pirates. Nickerson with it back in front court. And Anches loses it out of bounds, and it's going to be another turnover. This Lady Pirate defense is just so intense.
This explains why they're 1A and 1B with Miege. This team is just stout. They're aggressive. They're smart. They fill the passing lanes very quickly, and they're right on top of whoever's getting the next pass.
Cross-court pass, speaking of which, and it's nearly stolen away by Nickerson. The ball's still loose, and now finally picked up on the other side. Aspen Apfel, the 5'7 junior, with a great steal for the Lady Panthers, and she takes a cross-court pass. Thought about a three, and now she's going to dribble in across the free throw line, pass it back out. Driving into the lane is Nickerson, and now trying to work her way outside. They go inside and make the lay-in. Madison Anches puts it in. She's got 4 now, and finally breaks the 11-0 run by Piper. Piper still up 15-6, however, as they work their way back down to the other end of the court. Ball lost out of bounds, and a substitution by Nickerson.
Even though Nickerson ended up getting a bucket on that possession, they had about 3 good looks at the shot where they just passed them up. You know, you had one on the drive, you had the 3-point that was looked at, you had the drive inside the lane that was looked at, passed off, and then you had the next one over on the corner, and it looks like there's a little apprehension going on. There's not a whole lot of confidence, and here comes Piper with that trap.
Yep, that trap again, that time led by Riley Porters, 5'6 junior, who's just checked into the game for the Lady Pirates. Into front court. Anches passes in, goes back out to Apfel. She'll launch a three. Can't hit it. Trying to get her own rebound either. Just a scrum for the ball, and it eventually goes way long and picked up by Madison Anches. For Nickerson, she tries a no-look pass, and it's stolen away by Piper. Riley Porter's quickly down the floor with it. Picks it back up, passes back out now to Vigil. Vigil down to the corner to Cobbins. And back out top again, it will be Sania Simmons.
Wow,
5-1
nice
freshman
easy
pass
look
inside. Ariana Carter with the catch and shoot. She puts it in, and it's 17-6 Piper. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Another steal, turnaround, or a turnover.
And Carter again inside, can't get it to go home, and the rebound back to Nickerson. Lady Panthers working their way ahead, and a blocking foul called. Riley Porter picking up her first personal foul. That's the 16th foul already for Piper in the first half. Kaya Leslie back on the court now for Piper. Pass off to the right wing here to England. Nickerson working the ball in front. They trail by 11 here. And the jump ball call. Possession arrow will favor the Lady Panthers right now. 29.2 seconds to play. Still first quarter here on 810varsity.com. Another foul called. Ryan Cobbins picking up her first personal, and that is 17 fouls now. And Nickerson's going to get a 1-and-1 here in the first quarter. 29.2 seconds to play.
Well, we mentioned 5 minutes into the first quarter.
First free throw good.
And there was 4 personal fouls. There's only been 3 since, so Piper kind of chilled back a little bit. But right now you only have 3 personal fouls against Nickerson, so they still need to stay aggressive.
Briley England, the senior, makes them both.
But I would figure until Nickerson has an answer for that Piper full court trap, you're going to see a lot of that out of the Pirates tonight.
Lady Pirates looking to slow things down here, hold it for the last shot of the first quarter. On about 10 seconds to play. And they'll put things in motion. Cobbins. She'll dribble in, picks up her dribble now, passes back outside to Vasquez, works it down to the corner. Back out Vasquez, 2-1, takes the runner. And a foul called with 0.4 of a second to go here in the first quarter. Aspen Apfel called for the personal, her first, team fourth, and 2 free throws coming for the 5'5" sophomore, Evelyn Vasquez. Front iron no good on the first.
You want some scores from some other tournament games?
Second free throw is good by Vasquez, and with 0.4 seconds, that is the end of quarter number 1. We'll be back in 30 seconds with second quarter action here on 810varsity.com. And welcome back to the Tony's Pizza Event Center here in lovely Salina, Kansas, home of the Class 4A State Championship Tournament, and has been home to the 4A tournament for many, many years here in Salina.
Taking a look at some of the scores around the state in other classes. In Class 6A, it was Topeka High defeating Olathe Northwest by a score of 52-49. As they will take on the winner between Derby and Washburn Rural. And on the guys' side in Class 6A, it was Blue Valley Northwest over Shawnee Mission South, 61-57. They will take on the winner between number 1 ranked Topeka Washburn Rural and Wichita Southeast, and that will be at 8:15 tonight. We'll take a look at 5A later on.
Ladies go to the ground here on the opening possession of the second quarter, and Ariana Carter picking up her first personal. So Piper's committed 18 fouls, but only one person with more than one. And now front end of the 1-and-1 is no good. The rebound comes to Leslie. Lakaya Leslie into front court. Passes off, and here are the Pirates working around the outside, looking inside to Carter. She's double teamed, passes off to Leslie, and she gets it to go. Lakaya Leslie with 7 now to lead all scorers in this one, and it's a 20-8 lead for the Lady Pirates. Nickerson into front court with the basketball. That's Briley England. She's a 5'6 senior trying to drive baseline, but she's cut off. She'll pass it back outside. Thinking about it. Now we'll take a three. No. And the rebound back to Piper. Lakaya Leslie. Senior passes ahead. Now dumps it inside to Carter. Gets it to go. Ariana Carter now with 4 off the bench for Piper. Great teamwork, great ball movement, and the Lady Pirates force another timeout on the floor. 22-8 they lead. 7:05 to go, second quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
And back to the Tony's Pizza Event Center here on 810varsity.com. 7:05 to go, second quarter. Piper 22, Nickerson 8. And we got an upset in Class 5A boys, you said, Ryan?
Yeah, we'll hit the girls here real quick. St. Thomas Aquinas defeated the number 1 seed, McPherson, the 21-0 McPherson, as St. Thomas defeated McPherson 44-36. They'll take on the winner between Blue Valley Southwest and Kansas City Schlegel, and that's on the girls' side. On the guys' side, it was an upset as Mays fell to Andover Central.
We've got a little bit of a scuffle down there on the floor, and back here come the Lady Pirates. 3 on the way, can't hit it, and the rebound to Nickerson. And here come the Lady Panthers, and losing her balance is Riley England, and it's stolen away by Piper. England is down, unfortunately, and the layup is made by Riley Porters, and a whistle blows. We've got an injury timeout here.
Yep, she's holding her ankle.
On 810varsity.com. Well, you were saying there was an upset, Andover Central upsetting Mays in boys in Class 5A.
Mays 23-0 fell to Andover Central 20-3 by a score of 74-66. So Andover Central is going to be taking on the winner between Bishop Carroll and Basler Linwood, and that's going to be a tight one, as Bishop Carroll really likes to hit the outside three. They really like to shoot it. Basler Linwood, a very, very good football team that puts together a very, very physical basketball team, ended up calling that game last night as they defeated Salina Central last night. And I'll tell you the weird thing about that game with Salina Central and Basler Linwood, I should have my sheet with me. I didn't have the final score. Basler Linwood ended up outscoring Salina Central, I believe, and I don't think I have, that's not the sheet. I had the sheet with me. Yep, here it is. Basler Linwood ended up outscoring Salina Central. At the end of the third quarter, it was 45-42, Salina Central leading. Final score is 60-46. Outscored
18-1.
The Mustangs 18-1 in the fourth quarter. Basler Linwood, with their physicality, absolutely eliminated any possibility of Salina Central getting a decent look at the bucket. So that physicality may not work if Bishop Carroll is hitting well from the outside. That could be an excellent game tonight.
And Briley England back up to her feet now.
And it looks like they're going to take her to the back as
she's being helped off the court.
Yeah, she was holding her right ankle immediately, so she might have rolled it pretty hard.
Yes, so that was the injury situation here, putting a pause on our girls' semifinal here between Nickerson and undefeated Piper. Piper up 24-8, tripling up Nickerson at the moment. And Piper undefeated on the season, 22-0 out of the Frontier League. They played some stiff competition all year long. And back down now comes Nickerson. into front court with it are the Lady Panthers. Pass across, working their way to the edge. Alexis Allen tries to drive in, has to pick up, go back outside to Onches. Onches across the court to Schweizer. Schweizer, the 5'7" senior, picked up in the lane and throws it away. It's picked up by Piper. Coast to coast. Here come the Lady Pirates. Up and in. Well done by Allison Vigil. She's got 7 now, 26-8 Piper. And now a double dribble called. Good pressure defense again by the Lady Pirates, forcing in yet another turnover in this game. 5:49 to go, second quarter, 26-8 Piper, well in front of Nickerson.
After the 4-4 tie, Piper has outscored him 22-4 early in the first quarter, and that's just the dominance of the Pirates.
Piper inside, pick up, pivots, and up. No good in the rebound to Nickerson. Lady Panthers into front court. 3 ball on the way. Front iron can't get it to go, but an offensive board, nearly a putback, but they can't get it. Rebound brought in by Leslie of Piper, and here come the Lady Pirates into front court. Back iron, no good, and the rebound to Piper once again. Vasquez brought it down and now gets it back to Vigil. Allie Vigil will drive the lane. Too strong, but the offensive board putback attempt by Leslie is no good, but she is fouled. So Lakaya Leslie will go to the line and shoot 2 here.
And right now, Piper is just too fast for Nickerson. Their first steps are just enough to get Nickerson off balance, and they're getting way too many easy looks at the bucket.
First free throw, no good from Leslie. Foul was on Alexis Allen, the 5'4" freshman, getting her first action here in the state tournament in for injured senior Briley England. Second free throw, back iron, no good again, and Nickerson the rebound, brought in by Kieran Onges. Onges picks up her dribble now in front court and has to get rid of it. Bounce pass, trying to get it inside, and it's going to be poked away out of bounds by Piper. Good defense being played by Lakaya Leslie. Karen Onches will throw it in. Gets it to her older sister, Madison. Madison Onches through the lane, lays it up and in. She's got 6 now for the Nickerson Lady Panthers. They've trailed 26-10 here, and Piper might have gotten away with a walk, but the shot was no good. Rebound to Aspen Apfel. And Apfel pressured in the back court, and the ball comes loose. Official bout got trampled there.
Get out of the way, son.
Ryan Cobbins with the aggressive defense there, picking up her second foul for Piper. That's team foul number 9, so we'll walk to the other end. Nickerson will get a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity. This will be, looks like Aspen Apfel at the line. Shooting 1-and-1 here as this is the 9th team foul. And the first front end of the 1-and-1 is good. Second free throw also good. Baseline picked up. Back outside, driving baseline wide open and laying it in. Well done by Senia Simmons. She's got 4 now, does the freshman for Piper. Onches with it, gets it back out to Allen. Freshman to freshman. Allen back to Onches. Nickerson spins inside. Karen Onches passes off, and an offensive foul called. Alexandria Altum. It's the first team first personal on her, 6th team foul on Nickerson. Into front court, Vasquez gets it back to Simmons. Around, a 3-ball on the way. Rattles out, no good, and the rebound to Nickerson. Madison Onches bringing it up the floor. Takes a spin, will go into the lane. Bounce pass across off the foot of a Piper defender. A kick ball is going to be called, and it will be Nickerson's ball out of bounds here. 3:27 to go in the first half. Piper leading 28-12 over Nickerson. Wow. Great job right away. Grace Bain is back in. Bats the inbounds pass back to the person who threw it in. It's on the way. Piper from the corner. 3-ball. Good. Count it. Grace Baines.
You're up by the bunch and you hit a 3 and you rattle it in. Means life's going pretty good for you.
31-12. Piper with the advantage now over Nickerson.
That's only their third three-pointer tonight, too.
3-pointer the other way. No good, but an offensive board. No good again. Strong defense there by Vigil. And Vigil for Piper, they save it in, but couldn't keep the possession. Nickerson back into front court with it. Spinning in is Onches. Madison Onches off the glass and good.
Thought that might have been a travel there. Guess not.
Onches has 8 points now. And on the other end, Piper quickly a bucket. Grace Baines got the 2 early fouls, so she spent a lot of time on the bench. But now that she's back in, she scored 5 quick points now for Piper with 2:15 to go here in the first half. 33-14, Piper the advantage. Underneath Nickerson, loses it. Piper the rebound, and now pass ahead. Simmons, she will pass across court. Get it, corner. Baines couldn't hit it, but this time the rebound goes to Vasquez. Evelyn Vasquez gets it back out to Leslie. She'll shoot for 2. And she will hit it. Micaiah Leslie with 9 now for Piper.
Just too many easy looks for Piper right now. Nickerson really does not have an answer for him.
Minute 40 to go, second quarter. Clock rolling here. Nickerson back in the front court with it. This is Karen Onches, the freshman. Nickerson's got a very young team. This is huge experience for him. And a foul going to be called underneath. Ryan Cobbins picking up her 3rd personal.
Actually, guess what I found? The live updated stat sheet.
And the first free throw is good. Altum puts one in.
Right now, Nickerson only shooting 23.5% from the field, 58.3% for Piper. If that just pretty much sums it up.
Second free throw is good from Altum as well. Into front court comes Piper. 1:20 to go. Driving baseline. Tries a cross-court pass. Blocked out of bounds. Good job stepping in there by Aspen Apfel, the junior, for Nickerson. Piper inbounds. Pass complete and laid in by Ariana Carter. She's got 6 points off the bench for the Lady Pirates. Under a minute to play, and another steal by Piper. Going the other way quickly, laying it up, and in is Simmons. Sanaya Simmons with 6 now for her off the bench as well. Piper just going deep and getting a lot of points from a lot of different places. And again, high percentage shots and another steal by Simmons. Nearly anyway. Nickerson's able to regain possession. And the Lady Panthers, a foul is going to be called. Jessica Thomas called with the personal. Apfel at the line, shooting 2. She's 2 for 2 from the line so far in this one. Make it 3 for 3. Second free throw, no good, and the rebound to Piper. 29 seconds left. They're content to walk it up the court and settle for the last shot here. .17 seconds, passing across. At the 10-second mark, a timeout's going to be called.
That's interesting.
That's your use it or lose it, I guess.
I'll say you're up by 22 and you got 10 seconds left, and you have the ball coming back to start the second half. Hey, let's take a timeout.
Get a timeout, get a strategy, try to get one more bucket here before the end of the first half. Now, you mentioned a little bit ago just the disparity in terms of shooting percentages. The defense of Piper is what I want to talk about. They start out in the full court press. They don't let you have anything easy, and Nickerson is just really struggling with that.
Well, and I'm taking a look at the shot selection on the shot chart for Nickerson, and they don't have anything that's outside the circle in the lane. Everything's been basically the free throw line. They've only made 4 shots.
7 seconds here, and a three on the way is good. Wow. Grace Baines puts the dagger in the heart of Nickerson with a 42-17 halftime lead. The Lady Pirates of Piper. Baines with 8. Just well-balanced scoring all the way around. We'll be back with the first half stats wrap in moments here on 810varsity.com.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Here's a fact. Each year, Colby Community College ranks among the best for graduation and retention rates at 2-year public colleges. Students choose to complete their degrees at CCC for a lot of reasons. With growing online course options, strong academic support services, renovated student housing, and competitive athletic programs, it's a great time to be a Trojan. You see, at Colby Community College, we don't just enroll students, we enroll future graduates. And now, it's your turn. Call admissions or visit colbycc.edu to find out why Colby Community College students finish what they start.
America never stops. Thanks to the financial support of Farm Credit, neither do the farmers and ranchers who call her home. Since the beginning, we've been helping rural America show the world what hard work can achieve. But the job is far from over. And as rural America grows further, we'll be there, just as we have for 100 years.
Yost Farm Supply, with locations in St. Francis, Goodland, and Imperial, Nebraska, has a wide variety of New Holland farm machinery to accommodate your farming needs. From their state-of-the-art combines, tractors, sprayers, hay tools, and balers, all to go along with their professional and friendly parts and service departments. You can rest assured that with New Holland and Yost Farm Supply, you'll be farming smarter and not harder. Find them online at yostfarmsupply.com.
Sharp Brothers Seed Company. Family owned in the Heartland, Sharp Brothers has been personalizing its customers' seed buying experience for nearly 70 years. Serving landowners, ranchers, homeowners, and businesses across the region with years of experience with individual species and creating custom seed blends.
A trusted source for quality seed from quality people. Sharp Brothers Seed Company.
Hey, guys and dolls, you looking for some good deals on some great furniture? Let me tell you, the Wolfman knows. Ow!
Tax refund sale. The tax refund sale is now at Wolf Furniture Galleries north of I-70 in Hayes. The Wolfman has 5-piece living room groups starting at $7.99, ready for you to have delivered. 7-piece groups starting at $8.99 and 9-piece groups at only $9.99. That's $9.99 for 9 pieces in your living room now. Check out the over 300 Lazy Boys in stock at $269. Don't wait. The tax refund sale is on now. Wolf Furniture Galleries north of I-70 in Hayes open 7.
And welcome back to the Tony's Pizza Event Center here on 810varsity.com's coverage of Kansas State High School basketball. We have the state semifinal game between Piper and Nickerson, and it has been all Pirates in the first half. The Lady Pirates showing exactly why they are the number 1 seed in this tournament and why they're undefeated on the year. It's their high-pressure defense, Ryan, that's just absolutely suffocating. You got the full stats here from the first half. What's it looking like?
You want to talk about the defense? 14 turnovers for Nickerson, and obviously that goes from the full court trap that Piper's been dealing with. But not only that, when you're shooting 63% from the field, 17 of 27, and 4 out of 8 from the three-point line, that's 50%. For Nickerson, 4 out of 17, 23.5%. They haven't made one three-pointer yet. From the free throw line, 4 out of 8 for the Piper, 9 out of 11 for Nickerson. So that's 9 of their 17 points, over half their points are coming from the free throw line. Whenever you say that, regardless of what's going on, that's not going to result in a good issue. 14 turnovers for Nickerson, 4 for Piper, 9 steals for Piper, 2 for Nickerson. Team fouls, 11 for Piper, 6 for Nickerson. Scoring leaders, Leslie has 9 points. Onjus has 8 for Nickerson. And bench scoring. If you want to take a look at bench scoring, 22-0 in the favor of Piper. So you have 63% from the field. You're causing 14 turnovers, and your bench points are giving you 22 of your 42. That's a pretty good triple threat right there. That's a good hat trick to go into the half.
Absolutely, it is. And you look at Piper, they're led in scoring by, of course, senior Lakia Leslie. She's a 6'1 senior. 9 points for her in this one, 8 for Grace Baines. And Grace didn't play most of that first half, Ryan. She got in foul trouble early. She got 2 quick fouls in the first couple of minutes of this game and then sat for the vast majority, but then came back there in the second quarter, late in the second quarter, with a vengeance. Just 3-ball, a 2-pointer, and another 3-ball right there before the buzzer of the half to really put that dagger in from Piper. And we still got a second half to play here, and we hope Nickerson, because they had a senior get injured, Briley England went down for the Lady Panthers in this half. Hopefully she is all right and able to come back for the second half of this game. But we can start talking a little bit about, Ryan, the potential state championship matchup tomorrow when you look at undefeated Bishop Miege, most likely going to be going against undefeated Piper.
Yeah, with all due respect to Nickerson right now, you're down a bunch to, 1A, 1B, number 1 team in the state, and you've seen what they're going to do. And basically you haven't been able to show anything, any ability to be able to stop either their full court trap, do anything to stop their momentum, getting down court, the way they run their offensive sets. You don't want to put the cart before the horse, but it's pretty evident right now that the most dominant team is Piper, and everyone's just like, okay, we know what's going on. And if you don't think this building is not going to be ruckus for Piper and Bishop Miege tomorrow afternoon, you need to be watching it. You're only going to see it here on 810 Varsity Sports, and that's going to be a barn burner. That, I'll tell you what, that could be the most anticipated game in state tournament this year. If you take a look at it, 2 undefeated teams, that might be it.
Yeah, and there's another one going on actually as we speak right now in Class 6A that's been highly anticipated, as you've got Carly Batchelor from Washburn Rural committed to go play basketball at Creighton next year against Kelly Brown from Derby, undefeated, the Lady Panthers from Derby this year. She's committed to go play basketball over at Oregon State next year. Derby's undefeated. They're number 1. Playing Washburn Rural, a traditional girls' power. Washburn Rural only 2 losses on the year. They're the 3 seed, and that's a game that's going on.
And in fact, let me
right now over across the way in Class 6A.
Yeah,
we'll take a quick timeout, and if you can give me a score on that during the commercial break, that'd be great. Take a quick timeout, come back with second half action. Piper versus Nickerson here from the Tony's Pizza Event Center in Salina, Kansas. Class 4A State Girls Semifinals on 810varsity.com.
Hutchinson Community College has over 70 academic and more than 40 technical programs providing an outstanding education. With small classroom sizes and award-winning instructors, Hutch CC has an active campus life with over 50 student organizations and nationally ranked athletic teams. Hutch CC has many opportunities when it comes to your higher education. Take classes on the main campus in Hutchinson through your outreach centers in Newton or McPherson and online. Earn credits while still in high school. Schedule your visit today or visit hutchcc.edu. Hutchinson Community College, your education destination.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
And back to the Tony's Pizza Event Center here in Salina, Kansas, and we're just seconds away from the start of the second half between Piper and Nickerson. The Lady Pirates of Piper, the Lady Panthers of Nickerson.
And how lucky are we to be in Salina here at, I'm used to calling it the Center, the Bicentennial Center, but the Tony's Pizza Event Center, where we are able to have update live scoring as the game's happening. I think this might be the only place in the state that has that. So we're pretty lucky, and a huge thanks to everyone here in Salina to be able to provide that for us, because we can't even get the live scoring in Wichita at Charles Koch Arena.
And 3 ball on the way, no good to open the second half for Piper, and back comes Schweizer now, and the Lady Panthers of Nickerson into front court with it. Aspen Apfel, the junior, she won the tip to open the game, but it's been mostly Piper since then. Good, strong defense there by Ryan Cobbins, poking the ball out of bounds. Nickerson will keep it and try to inbound here. And there is the throw in. Look out, Piper playing pressure, man-to-man defense here. Into the lane, Nickerson trying to find a shot, spinning in and nearly stolen, but Unches gets it up and can't get it home. Rebound to Piper, and here come the Lady Pirates quickly into front court. That is Cobbins with it. Out to the corner, a 3 ball on the way.
Behind the screen, that is too easy.
Grace Baines.
And if you're playing man-to-man defense in a situation like that, and your man is that wide open the corner working off a screen, yeah, you need to hustle it up a little bit more.
Nickerson back in front court. Thought about a 3, but now a bounce pass down to the block. Working her way in. Up for 2 and good. Alex Altum puts it in. And quickly ahead. And another bucket for Grace Barnes. She's up to 13 points so quickly in this game. She hasn't played a lot of minutes. She started, got in early foul trouble, and now the Piper defense forces another turnover by Nickerson, throwing it away over the head of the intended target, and Piper will throw it in here. Grace Baines got in foul trouble early, had to sit out the majority of the first half, but while she was in, she scored 8 quick points to end the first half, and then 5 quick points here to open the third quarter in the first minute and a half. Another 3 on the way for Piper, and good.
Bombs away.
Allie Vigil puts it through, and she's in double figures now with 10. In the front court, Nickerson. Unches passes down underneath. Schweizer, and a whistle blows down on the floor underneath. Ryan Collins picking up her 3rd personal foul there. for Piper. Nickerson throws it in, and it is taken away. Long pass ahead. Can Piper run it down? Yes, they can.
Kick it out.
It's Vasquez, and she's going to get fouled on the double team there. A reaching foul called. Carrie Schweizer picking up her second personal. Team first. 1 foul apiece during the early going of the third quarter. And passes it in. Baines hands it back to Vigil. Pass underneath. And now bounce pass to Lakaya Leslie, and she can't finish at the rim, and that's kind of a shocker. Ryan Cobbins with a perfect look on that. Back into front court, Nickerson now with the basketball. Up to the top of the key, a shot. Off the iron, no good, and the rebound. Back to Piper, long pass ahead. Baines will lay it up and in. Grace Baines, number 15 now with 15 points and a 52-19 lead for Nickerson. And another loss out of bounds. Good turnover forced by the Lady Pirates. And a timeout on the floor called by Nickerson. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds here at 810varsity.com. Back here to the Tony's Pizza Events Center in Salina, Kansas on 810varsity.com, home of the Class 4A state championships. This is the second of 2 girls semifinals. Piper with the game well in hand here with just over 5 minutes to play in the third quarter, leading Nickerson 52-19, and they're going to get called for a walk right there. But Bishop Miege awaits them. Into the front court with it. Nickerson working their way down to the low block and shot up, blocked, but getting her own rebound and passing it away, stolen by Brianna Andrade. Andrade newly into the game for Piper. 5'4" senior. And loose ball. Simmons runs it down, picked up, passes ahead. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas off to Riley Porters, who banks it home. Riley Porters with 4 in this game, and back up comes Nickerson. Nickerson trying to work inside for a shot, and now they do, and bank it home. Nicely done by Madison Hunches.
Couple of contacts there on the offensive side. That that was something we probably would have called earlier. And just with the way that the score is right now, I think the refs are just trying to let the girls play.
And a sloppy pass inside that time by Piper, and Nickerson gets the turnover.
Very uncharacteristic.
Going the other way. Apfel crosses half court, and a whistle blows. Something down on the court.
I think this would be equivalency to a caution with debris on the track.
Karen Onches and Jersey Romy checking in. Jersey getting her first action. She's a 5'8" senior for Nickerson. Altum with it. Passes it back out to Apfel. Moving away around the perimeter. Onches Goes down baseline, puts it up, no good, but she's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2 here. Foul called on number 5, Brianna Andrade. Front iron, no good.
Piper's actually moved up their shooting percentage to almost 65% in the game so far.
Second free throw coming for Onches, and it falls. Into front court quickly. Piper underneath. Laid up, no good by Carter. Got her own rebound and put it back. She's got 8 now off the bench for the Lady Pirates. Nickerson, nice look and a good cut. Pass underneath. Shot too strong, no good. Rebound comes out long. Piper with it and running. And a foul from behind called against Alexis Allen, the freshman. That's going to be 2 freshman on freshman crime there, as Senya Simmons was the fouled individual for Piper. 2:43 to go here in the third quarter. Piper leading Nickerson 56-22. And 3 ball on the way. No, that's just a 2. It is good, though, from Jessica Thomas, her first points of the game.
Piper just continues to do what Piper does. Tenacious defense and hit the ball from the outside. Good offensive plays, good rotation. Get the nice, easy shots, and it makes for a comfortable game for the Pirates.
And the steal away again by Piper. Quickly back ahead, and they threw it away. A little bit too sped up maybe that time with the Lady Pirates. Into front court comes Nickerson. Pass across, and it's tipped out of bounds. A last touch by Nickerson. Piper will get the basketball back. Inbounded by Riley Porters here. Simmons will bring the ball up the floor for Piper. Crosses half court. To the left wing now to Porters. 3 ball on the way. Back iron no good. And the rebound to Nickerson. Andrade with the shot attempt there. Outfield the rebound. Now brings it into front court for the Lady Panthers. Onches drives the lane. Puts it up. No good, but she's fouled. Porters picks up her second personal. Front iron no good again on the free throw this time. Karen Onches, she's just a freshman, 5'6" freshman. That's the thing about this Nickerson team. A lot of these girls are younger.
And that kind of helps when you get, when you're able to at least get to state with a little bit of a younger group. That just kind of makes you kind of excited for what can come up the next year and the next couple of years and following.
Second free throw is good. And now the right wing, another 3 ball on the way, no good.
Wide open.
Grace Baines seems to be her first miss of the game. Nickerson drives into the lane, passes off at the top of the key. Now going baseline with it is Apfel. Passes back out. And a 3 on the way. Front iron no good, and the rebound comes away to Cobbins for Piper, and we're under a minute to play in the third quarter. And baseline, no good. Here come the Lady Panthers. Down to 30 seconds to go now in this third quarter. Piper 58, Nickerson 23. Really still playing pressure defense is Piper. Nickerson passes into the free throw line. Pass back outside. 3 ball on the way. No good. Rebound to Piper. And here come the Lady Pirates back down the floor. 5 seconds into the lane. Pass across. Outside. 3 ball. No good. And that is the end of 3 quarters. With your score, Piper 58, Nickerson 23. We'll be back in 30 seconds here on 810varsity.com.
Spring at the 810 Varsity Combines this April and May in Kansas City. Register your 40, shuttle, broad jump, and times for colleges, plus drills and instructions from the best. And the MVPs from each combine get an invite to the U.S. Army Combine. The 810 Varsity Combines. Get better. Be seen. Details at 810varsity.com.
Back into the Tony's Pizza Event Center here in Salina, Kansas on 810varsity.com. 8 minutes on the clock. Final quarter of action coming up.
Piper's kind of cooled down a little bit. They're down to 58.2% shooting from the field. Kind of slowing down a little bit. They're struggling. May have to work back into it a little bit.
Piper with the starters back in to begin the fourth quarter. Alexis Allen, the freshman for Nickerson, brings the ball up the floor. Passes left wing here to Madison Onches. Onches drives down to the block and through the lane, throws it up, and it's good.
Double teamed and still had enough to get it up there.
The junior with 12 points now, or 15, or excuse me, yeah. Junior with 12 for Nickerson.
Wow.
And a 3-ball on the wing from Piper. Grace Baines up to 18 points now.
33-point lead. Or check that now.
Check that, actually. That was Allie Vigil who made that.
A 36-point lead.
And into the front court. Nickerson. Bounce pass into the lane. Turnaround jumper. No good, but a foul called. Jersey Romy. Kyle Leslie picking up her second personal. Back iron, no good. Back iron, no good on the second as well, and now whistle blows.
I think we have a lane violation.
Lane violation against Piper, so he'll get to reshoot it. Back iron, no good again, but the rebound and jump ball called with possession arrow favoring. Well, according to the scoreboard, the possession arrow was favoring Nickerson.
But now it's going to Piper.
Yeah, I guess they just switched it really quick. 6:50 to go in this one. 61-25. Piper over Nickerson. Pass baseline. Up off the block and banked in by Ryan Cobbins.
I think it's about time that Coach Stout was going to give his girls a break for the rest of the quarter and bring in the reserves. But then again, if you talk about bench points, 35-0 on bench points in the favor of Piper. So even the bench, yeah, they're pretty good.
Second 5 in for Piper here. Riley Porter guarding Madison Onges closely.
And only 3 seniors for Piper, so you got to think this team's going to be pretty stout next year, too.
Absolutely.
Let's see, 3 seniors on your squad, and your bench is outscoring the other team 35-0. I think that tends to a pretty good recipe for success next couple of years.
And there's a bounce pass outside and pass underneath. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Piper. Ariana Carter. And
zigged when she should have zagged.
Tipped out of bounds. Piper will take back over here. 6:17 to go. 63-25. And tipped away out of bounds again. Piper the basketball, working their way around the perimeter. Sania Simmons picks up. Back to Riley Porter. Now off to Carter and back out. Side to Andrade. Pass inside now to Thomas. She'll lay it up. No good. Rebound to Nickerson. Schweizer with it. Passes it off to Onches. Will bring it up the court. Spins. Tries to go through the lane and is going to be fouled. Porter picking up her third personal. Team's sixth foul. Emma Serrano checking in the game for the first time now for Piper, the 5'8 junior. Getting a little bit of playing time here in the last 5 minutes of this one. Jersey Romy banks at home. Does the 5'8 senior for Nickerson. And quickly down at the other end, an and one.
And the bucket.
Jessica Thomas puts it in. Free throw also good. 66-27. Now the score.
A 39-point lead for Piper, and you got to say that Nickerson just ran into a juggernaut. And Piper doing everything they can to show exactly why they were the best.
And a great look by Simmons, getting it off to Thomas, and Thomas puts it home. She's got 7 now in this game off the bench. And outside, 3 ball, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, last touched.
Nickerson still looking for their first 3-point bucket tonight.
Riley Porter will check back in, and Sania Simmons will check out, along with Ariana Carter checking out for Piper. And Jennifer Gilbo is in the game. Sophomore, 5'8", her first playing action now for Piper. Through the lane, his own just can't hit it. And too far underneath. Foul called. There, Jessica Thomas called for it. Oh, Jennifer Gilbo actually called for that foul. Onches makes her first.
And Nickerson's road will not end tonight, but they have a tough game against Baldwin tomorrow in the consolation game. And Baldwin, even though they lost big against Bishop Miege,
3 ball on the way, no good.
They're definitely a tough team.
Baldwin defending Class 4A Division II state champions. Fell to Miege earlier, so Miege awaits what looks like it's going to be the Piper Pirates in this one. So the the showdown of the undefeated teams in Class 4A looks like it's coming. A steal by Piper, going coast to coast, laying it up, and can't quite get it to go. Could Riley Porter? Nickerson gets the rebound here. 4:10 to go in this one. Oncha is trying to go coast to coast with it. She'll lay it up. No good, and the rebound comes back to Nickerson. Outside, long 2, no good, but an offensive board again. Attempted putback and a foul going to be called against Gilbo. Second free throw also good. 3:45 to play, and the shot, no good, and the rebound to Nickerson. 3:45 to play in this one, 68-31. Piper with the lead. Nickerson in the front court. Schweizer with the basketball. Now gets it back to Carly Smith, 5'6" junior, newly into the game. Allen, the freshman, back out to Schweizer. Allen guarded by Serrano here. Pass inside. Romy outside, a three or long two on the way. Rebound Piper. Back down come the Lady Pirates. Cross court pass. Stop, pop, and make. Jennifer Gilbo getting a bucket there.
And you got to remember, this is the bench players right now, and even then they're still shooting really well.
Poked away out of bounds. Gilbo playing strong defense there. Mackenzie Starnes, a sophomore. Sanaya Simmons checking back in as well for Piper. Starnes getting some play here for Nickerson. And there's the shot. No good. Out of bounds. Piper basketball. 70-31. 2.5 minutes to go in this one.
I think Augusta might have brought their whole band with them. The way they're setting up off the court, I think they might have brought the full-fledged band, every single member.
And there's the shot. No good.
Now, they're heavy contact. They could have called a foul on that one, and they're just trying to get this game going.
Yep. Down to 2 minutes.
Tight game going on down in Wichita with Washburn Rural down by a point going into the fourth quarter on the girls' side.
And second free throw good. Or first free throw, excuse me. From the line, Alexis Allen, freshman there. She's 3 for 3 at the line in this one. Make that 4 for 4. Under 2 minutes to go now. 70-33. Piper awaiting a showdown with Bishop Miege. Shot on the way, no good. Rebound to Nickerson again.
What's the
Brooke England into the game.
The battle with Topeka and Washburn Rural on the girls' side. Who leads that matchup this year?
It's 1-1.
Oh,
Three ball on the way and made.
They got
Nickerson.
one. How about Nickerson? They broke the goose egg.
Brooke England, the senior, 5'7" senior, takes a three and makes it. And now a steal by Alexis Allen, the freshman. Nickerson back into front court. Underneath and a layup and in. Nickerson showing fight here with 1:15 to play. It's 70-38, but these girls are still playing with passion and heart. You got to admire that and respect it.
Coming out in that 2-3 zone.
Into the lane, a layup no good, and the rebound back to Nickerson, but a steal and a putback. A steal by Gilbo, and she's got 4 now after the lay-in. Under a minute to play, 72-38. Lanaya Hayda getting into the game now for Nickerson as well. So everybody for both teams has gotten on the court in this one underneath, and Hayda can't put it in. Rebound, back to Piper, and here come the Lady Pirates working their way in. Bounce pass outside. Simmons will drive the lane, throw it up wildly, no good, and the rebound comes down to Hayda.
Final 30 seconds.
Into front court
and we're going to have
Nickerson.
That matchup between Bishop Miege and Piper tomorrow, and that's going to be that's going to be one of the more anticipated championship games in the state.
And another lay-in for Brooke England, getting a large reaction from the Nickerson faithful that have made the trip up to Salina here 72-40 will probably be your final score as Piper brings it across half court as the final seconds are ticking off the clock. Yes, your final score here from the Tony's Pizza Event Center. Piper 72, Nickerson 40, and Piper and Miege. Piper and Miege tomorrow for a girls Class 4A state championship. What a matchup that is going to be. Congratulations to Nickerson on a heck of a season. They still got a big third-place game tomorrow against Baldwin. That should be a great one. That one will tip off at noon, and then the girls' championship tomorrow at 4 o'clock. We've already sent the Piper boys to a state championship. Piper boys and girls both playing for state championships now tomorrow here at the Tony's Pizza Event Center. And now we await to find out who the Piper boys are going to be playing, as it will be either Chapman or the upstart Augusta Orioles. And that game is coming up next here on 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on and on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.